Hey there, Meeple peoples. It's Mark from the Meeple Society, and it's the holiday season here. So together with Jesse, Katie, and Greg, let me urge you to sit back with a cup of spiced eggnog, lounge in front of that burning Yule log, and enjoy some warmth and cheer. And by the way, go ahead and open that oddly misshapen present in the glossy Santa paper, the one that's marked 5 things. So it's the end of the year, and that means so many wonderful things here at Casa Grumpy Meeple. Means a couple days off work. It means it's a college bowl season. It means the Brian Setzer Orchestra doing carols. It means Mark's birthmas. And it means the end of 2021, which can't come soon enough for anyone. And that means it's time to open the new year right. So this 5 things we're keeping in the spirit of the season and giving you Mark's 5 board game related resolutions for 2022. Number 1, to Post-it note our board game collection. See, Jesse and I have a slight problem. Whether you blame it on ADHD, magpie syndrome, or FOMO, we instantly get this whole glossy-eyed Bambi thing when it comes to new and shiny on our board game shelves, or the ones we see in the FLGS that soon make their way to our shelves. So we'll sit around and pull out these wonderful, shiny, brand new games, all the while forgetting that we've had games that these games have replaced that we were so excited over maybe, 6 months, a year ago. And we've just never really had the time to get around to opening up. 2021 was even more of a strange year because we had so many of our Kickstarters fulfill. And that just added to our little glittery eye. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. We must open it and play it now. Cult of the newness thing. Partially because we had to justify the money we sank into it. So this year, I have a plan. I'm resolving to put a bunch of Post-it notes and place them on any game or expansion in our collection that we haven't played. And once a month, at least, we are going to kill off one of those Post-it notes, preferably on a game that we've had for more than a year and haven't cracked open. Obviously, this is going to work because we've never tried this at all. Never.
We have.
We failed miserably.
No.
We failed.
No.
Well, we did.
When
We
we
was going to
put
do it in a
Post-it
year.
notes on everything, we literally noted our entire collection at the time. And our goal was to play every game, remove every Post-it note within a year. That's the one we failed on.
But at that point, though, we
Yeah.
only had like 200 some odd games.
Yeah, we didn't have nearly as many games. But that was also a year where, for whatever reason, we bought a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we want to play those. And now those have Post-it notes. And the list just kept growing. It was growing faster than we could shrink it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, it probably took us, even at the end of the year, we pulled all those Post-it notes off. And every once in a while, we still find one from a game that got turned over.
Mm-hmm.
And the Post-it note's now on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, we did do that once. In the last couple months, we have started Post-it noting just the ones we have not played yet, just to highlight them.
Yep. We talked about doing that. We never quite got around to it.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that we have bright Post-it notes, bright, easily
yellow,
seeable
bright
Post-it
pink,
notes.
yes.
Neon.
Neon, yes.
Number 2, to kill our OCD completionism. Okay, see, among all those Kickstarter, GameFounds, and Indiegogo backings, we have managed to grab ourselves something like a small third world nation's worth of expansions and add-ons for games. And many of these would most likely, with probably just a little bit of finagling, actually fit into the base boxes of the main games. and yet,
They're not.
Here, I'll tell you what. Let me do my best Vanna White and show you the Chronicles of Crime and Time Stories shelf here.
But those, there's a reason to leave them separate. They're different stories. I get it with that one.
Yeah.
We could probably compress this into like 3 boxes rather than 2
Yes.
shelves and have room for at least a quarter of those Kickstarters that are due to come in 2022.
Mhm.
And, I would sit here and throw my wife under the bus for this one, except for, if I'm completely honest, I am every bit as much to blame as she is. I sort of like having these extra boxes, rather than having to sit through the main box to find just the base game components, because we don't really feel like playing the expansion this particular time. So I don't pack the expansions away in the base box, and I like how we can sit there and show off that we've got every one of the expansions, except for like maybe that odd one that's not available anymore, except for in Germany because it utterly broke the game. It's like being able to say you have that complete run of Grant Morrison Justice Leagues, including the one issue that DC quashed because he was a little bit drunk when he wrote it, and Flash and Green Lantern never really were that way. So in 2022, we are officially going to gain some of our gaming shelves back by gritting our teeth and compressing boxes, because we've never done that either.
We have compressed our boxes now, because at
Yes.
one point
We
I
had to.
wanted all the expansions in their own boxes.
Yes.
Because if you want to just play the base game, I don't want to have to dig through all the expansions.
Okay,
And
so
Katie had already started doing that, and I didn't realize. I was like, so I had her taking them all back out
Oh, I was so mad.
so I could display them. And now we run out of room so quickly
Yeah.
now. So now if an expansion can fit in the box, it goes in the box.
Yeah.
And now we have a closet full of empty boxes.
No, we've emptied a lot of them out because now I use them as backers
Oh,
on the
yeah,
shelves
on the
to
shelves.
keep the boxes out to the front. So I put the expansion boxes behind them so that to pull things out on front on the shelving units. So
see, like this box here, the Chronicles of Crime Millennium series, this box is actually meant to hold all three of the Chronicles of Crime sets.
And it's empty.
It's an empty box. It's still wrapped. So yeah,
There's
we
also
suck.
I have no
Mystic
words.
Veil Conclave.
Yes.
I bought
Yes,
it,
yes, we
and
have
I
that.
haven't done anything with it.
Okay,
Yes.
that is again meant to hold all of your
All
Mystic
the
Veil
Mystic Veil
cards
stuff,
in
yes.
one. It
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
comes with diviners
Mhm.
and
It has a cute mushroom on the box. Okay, it's a mushroom man, fungoid.
I want to see
boy.
how much shelf space you have left once you accomplish this. I really do.
Mhm.
Oh.
Whatever
If it
shelf
gets
space we have
accomplished.
left will fill almost
Yes.
immediately.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
understand that, but I will be curious to see when you get rid of the boxes
Mhm.
just how much space you have left.
We actually have a shelf that's only half full, and it's been half full for weeks,
I
and we
know.
haven't filled it
It's
yet.
great. Of course, that's because we took out the Marvel Champions.
Yeah, you can see it in the back of your
Yeah,
picture
you
there.
can see it right there next to right
Near
there,
Hiroshima
right
Hex.
there. See?
that area,
That's
yeah.
a big black area. That's a half empty shelf, right?
It
Well,
must
because,
be filled.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to do
Christmas
this.
is next weekend. It'll be filled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we'll have to take more
Well,
games out of here.
And the reason it's empty, ooh, my whole computer just started wobbling on me. Is because sorry, Groot. I just kicked the dog. Well, not really. He was laying on my foot and I moved. But we took out Marvel Champions because I bought this really nice wooden box that will hold all of it. And it should be here Monday, finally, after a month and a half. But I had to take it out to make room for other things, and we just never put anything back in there. So, but it'll be full. It'll be full very soon. So, yeah. Anyway, but no, once you get used to it, I have found that what I do, just as a tip, when we have to include the expansion and stuff, unless I have an insert, and then the inserts, that they're all on their own. But if I'm bagging stuff to put in there, I will typically bag them and label it. Label the
Mhm.
bags with
Yeah.
this is expansion number, this and this, such and such, especially with like Race for the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
We've got all the expansions in that one,
Mhm.
but each one of the expansions is labeled, this is expansion number 1 and the
Yeah.
title. I label the bags. I'll just write it on a sticky note and tape the sticky note to the edge of the bag, to the outside of the bag. That way, if I'm looking for just base stuff, I can quickly go, oh, base, up, expansion, base.
Yep.
And it just makes it so much simpler to pull stuff out. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
work in every game, but it does in some. Oh, Groot, I guess, was mad that I kicked that. Yeah, I moved.
Mhm.
I moved. And he was on my foot. So, okay. All right.
He wanted to be
Alright.
on the show.
Oh, and this is not timing whatsoever.
Uh-oh.
Number 3, to buy one cute animal themed game. No, seriously, I'm actually going to do this
Don't
one.
lick the mic.
You are.
I am
huh?
going to surrender to the huddled masses on Twitter that obviously are pushing publishers to believe that rather than good, innovative mechanisms, deep stories, and great component quality, all you really need to do to sell a game is take out all the actual people that anyone can actually relate to and just throw in some arbitrary, cute, fuzzy critters.
Have
So
you
And if
you're
you're
buying
really
Everdell.
keen, if you're really keen, you can personify them to make them all anthropomorphic, as though the forest has slowly but surely evolved into its own little medieval economy, trading in berries and nuts because money is the root of all evil and cutesy wootsies are the root of all good. Yes, absolutely. I am going to suck it up and I'm going to spend my own hard-earned money on one of those. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hose it down in charcoal fluid, light it in my grill, and use it to cook steaks and film it. And quite possibly, I'll even talk my wife into filming me eating the steak so that the juices run right down my chin like a sloppy vampire. Because no, you're not going to change my mind on this one. No, not every resolution has to be a fuzzy-hearted one. Some of them are just, this is what I am.
Okay.
Ultimately, the publisher will still get your money and support by you buying the game.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, you know,
I'm not going to change it.
Exactly.
Number 4, to break down and sell away at least one game. So we've been on this evolution into being board games owners for some time now. And both me and Jesse are sadly compulsive hoarders.
Mhm.
Hoarders.
Mhm.
So if I were to move my shelfie picture around here and show you the whole of our game room bookshelves, there would be some happy sighs at some of our choices because we actually do have some decent taste. And then there would be some crook brows and WTF faces too, because, well, look, y'all, we still have Quest, A Time of Heroes, which I generously rated a 4 on BGG. We have Mystery of the Templars, which is rated by over 100 people and was drawn up to a 5.9 by several people because they felt sorry for all the poor scores. We have at least 6 games that we have opened up, read through the instructions, and tried to play, only to find out that even after 6 years learning about board games, mechanisms, and rules, we still have no idea what the designer expected you to do. We have something like 10 games that are now 8 years plus old and are so obscure that not only is there no how to play video on it, but there is only one forum board message on its page at BGG that's titled, "Hello." It's time to pare down, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do the unthinkable this year. We are either going to auction off games at BGG, or we're going to donate them to people with more time and knowledge than us. Or in some cases, we're just going to foist them on people we don't like because we would never want to turn people we like off from the hobby. This is our year of getting our shelf space back, hot damn it. And if we turn a profit on it in order to fill all that regained space right back up, that's
Right.
fine.
We'll let you know next time Saltiers has their garage sale.
Yeah, because that's what we did. We cleared out a lot of games
Yeah.
and filled up all the space plus.
That's
Yep.
how we got Role Player Adventures for damn near free.
There you go.
Near free. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay, Katie. It's Angry Mark time. We can say damn if we want to. All right. And number 5. Oh, God, this hurts. To be more selective on our crowdfunding.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
With this
man.
being the Christmas season, let me make an analogy. Kickstarter and GameFound are the year-long equivalent of the Sears Christmas catalog of our youths.
Mhm.
There you go.
Every page is filled with sparkly-eyed wonders and images of happy people having fun and enjoying themselves and FOMO. page after page after page of hope and joy and miniatures and dice and stretch goal expansions and ever-loving potential. And just like those wonderful catalogs of our yesteryears, it just fills you with sugar plum visions of you being as happy as the people you see on those pages too. If you're content to throw around your money willy-nilly like a drunk spendthrift at a strip bar. So after several years of hitting Kickstarter enough to make sure that our retirement savings will mostly focus on mac and cheese and ramen, it's time for us to take the ultimate leap. We're going to be more selective in our Kickstarters this year. We're going to slow down on those games that we could find at a friendly local game store later, for instance. We're going to slow down on all those narrative campaign games that we still haven't completed. We're going to slow down on dungeon crawlers and RPG style games that offer nothing new in the way of mechanics or dangers. We're going to stop getting every dinosaur based game that drops with the force of a meteor onto our homepage. Okay, maybe not that last one.
I was gonna say, coming to Kickstarter soon.
And what does Jess think about that one?
But we are going to at least be a touch more selective on the things we back this year. There's simply really no other way around. Wait, did they say there's going to be both a Role Player Adventures and Destinies expansions this year? And a 7-pound Jurassic Park game is coming out? Oh, yeah, baby. My wallet is yours. Give us that all-in pledge. That one's going to be tough.
That's your one pledge for the year.
Which one? There are 3 he just listed.
Gotta pick.
That was like, we actually had a talk about this just a little while ago. And immediately the second set of the what are those ones that you had just gotten, the 3-pack?
Oh, the Stephen Rhodes games.
Yes, the Stephen Rhodes games.
Yes.
We had just talked about that. We're gonna have to slow down. Oh, look, the Stephen Rhodes games part 2 came out.
Yes.
So
it's been it's been an ongoing thing on my phone here lately because I follow both of it, and it's like, oh look, Jessica just backed another Kickstarter. Oh look, Mark backed. And it's really good when I get 2 of them in the same day. It's like, oh,
I wonder if they know they did that.
When we're looking at games, when I'm looking at games, it's really easy to draw me in by artwork and theme.
Mm.
And so when we're gliding through Kickstarters, I sometimes will just be like, no, we're not getting this one. I know it's shiny and it's pretty, but no, we're not getting it. I did that with Vagrant Song. I was like, no, really, I know the artwork's good and it's my kind of weird, but no. And now I'm like kicking myself because I didn't back it. So
yeah.
Even when I say no, I'm mad that I didn't say yes.
I find myself going after expansions for games I know and I already love, or going to things that offer something really unique. Like what was the one we backed? Ice. I think it's called.
Yeah.
Where you're literally digging down through the ice to get into the board. It's like a multi-layer board. So we backed that one. So, but then again,
I look at him as like, are we going to get it to the table? Yeah. Yes, it's new, it's shiny, it looks cool, but with all the games we have, it'll just sit on the shelf and not be played.
And some of them will.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, we've got to slow down a little bit. We've got, I think, 13 or 14 out. And that's too much for my comfort zone. I know you guys probably have way more than that, but I think we have 13 or 14 out, and I
don't know if we've got way
Hold
more
on.
than that.
I get to check this. Hold on. 18, 20, 2, 4.
I show that we have 12 overall.
So you have 6.
I have 6 out.
I have 6 out.
And you have 6 out currently. Yes, we have 12 out currently overall.
Okay, if we don't count the RPG ones, like stuff from Troll Lord, which might be here sometime next year, we have 32.
Holy mackerel. Whew.
Now, to be fair, to be completely and totally fair, only about a dozen of those came this year. Most of those are actually ones that are from older and that have been held up because of
Various
recent issues.
Yeah.
I've got just me. I have 9, but again, they're not all from 2021.
Yeah. I think our longest one, we've actually got one that's been delayed since December of 2020.
That's a year old. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but then again, we've had, I mean, with the pandemic and everything like that, I've been very, okay, let's give these guys the benefit of the doubt unless they obviously do something crooked.
As long as they're still communicating, I'm okay, whatever.
That is Mark's 5 things. However, I'd like to know what you guys' New Year's resolutions are.
Board game related or otherwise?
Board game related.
Yeah, let's keep them board game related.
Yeah. It's a board game podcast.
Okay, board game related. Oh my gosh. I would honestly this year like to be able to play some of our older games. Not just the new. I would like to be able to pull out some of the older ones that we really enjoy. I mean, in the last couple of years, we've done a big challenge where we've pulled off, I think last year we did 20 games and this year we actually upped it to 50 games. And our goal was to play each one of them 4 times.
It originally started out as 3, but
whatever. But anyway, we have 20 games left to play for the year. So it's going to be a little hairy as to whether or not we actually get it completed. But next year we decided we're not going to do that. I just want to, mostly because we are digging so much into newer games for the podcast and for the YouTube channel. I would really like to, once in a while, be able to pull off those older games, those more obscure games, and get them played. I would love to be able to, and I think this is going to be one of my goals, is to, because I'll be done with school by March. By the end of March is the end of my semester. I have to be done by then. So yay. I would love to be able to get some of these more obscure games where there are no videos for them, get videos made for them and do something to honor some of these more obscure games that we really enjoy. So I think that's going to be my resolution.
So mine, I've thought about it, but I've got one Katie will like. I'm going to try this year, because everybody knows when a game doesn't go my way, I can get a little
grumpy,
whiny, whatever you want to talk about or say about it. But I'm going to go and try and not be so grumpy about it, just enjoy the game. And I thought about a 2-parter of this, though, because if I fail to do so, did I have to go all of 2023 and play only the games Katie wants to play?
I like that idea.
So it'll give me incentive to not be so grumpy when I play games. But it doesn't start till January. So
so I have to make it through the next 2 weeks with you still being grumpy.
We got to get through Stronghold that's actually set up on the table right now. So that's mine. Not be so upset, just enjoy the gameplays.
Mine board game New Year's resolution is for us to actually maybe finish one of our campaign games. We've got Seventh Citadel. We've got the new Role Player Adventures. We've got League of Infamy. We've got Destinies. Madara is currently living rent-free inside my gaming table. We just have so many, and I don't like starting a game, a campaign game, a long game, and then stepping away from it for an extended period of time because I feel like we're not.
It's hard to get back into the focus, and you feel like you have to back up a couple scenarios to do it. Yeah.
And Folk Tales, The Affliction, that's another one.
Folklore Adventure
Folklore.
Tactics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think we've got 2 legacy games we're currently in the middle of. I would love to get both of those finished for sure.
2.
My City,
Oh, yeah, My City and
and
Pandemic
2.
Oh, and you guys are doing Jaws of the Lion too.
Oh,
And Jaws of the
that
Lion.
too.
Yes, forgot about that one. We just played it last night. I don't know how I forgot about it, but yeah. So
Oh yeah, I guess we add that too. If we have Jaws of the Lion and Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven and soon to have Frosthaven. Yeah.
yeah.
And that is Mark's 5 things for this episode.
So how many did you
We've
say
got-
we had total, Mark?
32.
32. And that did not include the RPGs.
That did not include the RPGs. I've got those colored separately.
What have you been doing, man?